Breaking news, the truce or ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah is endangered. According to Financial Times, Israel bombed several locations in Lebanon in response to Hezbollah rockets. Apparently it was Hezbollah who fired the rockets first due to a territory dispute. Now both parties, Israel and Hezbollah, blaming each other. Hezbollah fired 2 rockets, claiming that they have territory issues. They also claimed that it was a defensive response to Israel violations of the ceasefire agreement. Now this ceasefire agreement was brokered by the United States and requires Israel to withdraw all the troops and militants from Lebanon and also Hezbollah to retreat beyond the Litani River. And now both sides accusing each other violating the deal. Now the third party in the story, Lebanon, calls Israel's actions a flagrant violation of the ceasefire. Now this is not good news for gold traders because, as you know, any escalation in the war is going to be bullish for gold. And recently, with the strong dollar, the uncertain monetary policy outlook, and the other factors which driving gold prices down, as I showed yesterday in the video, we had some very good opportunities for short, but gold is reluctant to drop because the ceasefire violation between Israel and Hezbollah is now generating fears that the war is going to escalate again. Looking at the gold chart on the 2-hour time frame, you can see that the market structure hasn't changed that much since yesterday. The only thing which is different is that the weekly pivot came a little bit higher and now it's sitting at 26.59. And the daily pivot remained at around 26.37. So we have this range where most likely gold prices are going to move sideways for the next few hours until we have the next catalyst. The bias remains still cautiously bearish and we have a new opportunity to sell at a higher price, 26.59. As you can see from my MetaTrader that I'm still short in gold and added some more position as price came a little bit higher. And this is the moment where I have to actively manage the stop losses. If price comes a little bit higher, I have to monitor the risk exposure because my risk appetite is only £1,000 per trade loss. So that is the maximum allowance I to lose on a single trade. And as you can see, I have 4 positions open. So now the risk is getting a little bit bigger, but still the maximum I can lose is 2% of my total account. Anything above is not acceptable at this time. Going back to trading view, as you can see, we have the resistance level at 26.59.9, let's call it 26.60. So that is the price level. If price comes back to this, this is the last resort. Now, hopefully the violation of the ceasefire agreement isn't going to escalate any further, but if it does, we have the chance that price is going to easily break through the weekly pivot and go a little bit higher. It depends on the scale and the seriousness of the escalation of the war. The good thing is that we also have some bearish pressure or bearish factors which help to push down gold a little bit lower. For example, US dollar indexes jumped as Trump warned the BRICS nations against de-dollarization with 100% tariffs. This is the kind of news which traders and investors are taking very seriously because the markets are always pricing in the future. So this signals that Trump is not joking around. If you remember Trump between 2016 and 2020, when he was the president of the United States, his strategy is punch first and then negotiate. He is not even in office and already started threatening other countries not to mess with the dollar. So ladies and gentlemen, the bias remains cautiously bearish on gold, and please monitor these 2 price levels, 26.60 and 26.40, the daily and the weekly pivot. Most likely gold is going to move sideways with this range, but the bias remains cautiously bearish. If you would like to get daily macroeconomic analysis and to have a look at my signals, get a notification when I enter into a trade, there are still free memberships available at the discounted Black Friday price, so make sure you take the discount. It's yours. Use it and secure your membership for a lifetime at £199. Thank you so much. This is the Alpha FX.